What kind of love is the most comfortable? When looking at love with a macro perspective and attitude, we always take time as a unit of measure of love, so we all wish to have a love with one person for a lifetime. True love will often take time to sharpen and gain experience. And when we use our own perspective to look at love, we will see that making each other feel comfortable and peaceful when in love is the premise of a long-term love. Because maybe the person who is always happy can see the flower. Here are a few experiences that I have drawn from life. I hope everyone will become someone others trust and choose to continue a long and comfortable relationship. 1. Learn to love yourself first, then love others. Some people who lack a sense of security and belonging often feel self-conscious in intimate relationships. You don't reply to my texts, do you not love me anymore? I don't have time to hang out with you, do you no longer love me? Your feelings are easily shaken because of an act or a lie of the other side, then fall into a negative state. I don't love you, you don't deserve to be loved. But as soon as the other party responds and coaxes, the previous negative thought will be overturned, and you will immediately think that the other person loves you. In this way, your emotions will be torn and consumed by thoughts of love or not love that keep wandering around unconsciously. It will be difficult for you to feel happy during your love life with such a bundle of emotions. Or it may stem from the fact that you have not been happy before, so you cannot have a full perception of happiness. There is a difference in treatment. The eyes also become absolute when looking at the lover's actions, and there will be black and white thoughts. What can be satisfied is love, or what cannot be satisfied is love. But, love is not something too absolute, nor is it a transaction with others. Try to accept yourself, understand and face your own needs, learn to satisfy yourself instead of placing expectations on others. Why is it always said that loving yourself is the beginning of a life's first romance? Because love is like overflowing water, you can only love others better if you keep your heart positive and full. 2. Love is not a donkey looking for a horse, but a choice after careful consideration. Do not compare then lose in love. When you meet someone who truly loves you, you only care about that person, you won't care who loves who more than who. If you always have the thought of donkeys looking for horses, always don't want to let go of what you have, but always dream that you can find better things, you may miss out on good things. Beautiful around me, and hard to live true to myself. I have seen some people try to find the logic of this love by saying, we can try each other first, if not, change. But in fact, it is selfishness. A sincere and lasting love always begins with careful consideration, with the sure choice of a process, with the pursuit and love of a person for the rest of his life. There is always someone better than them, but you always choose to be with them. Once you've picked up the shell you like, you won't go to the sea again. 3. There is a reasonable expectation for love. When you feel that you need love, you need to be clear, do you really need love? Or do you feel that love exists only in needing someone to satisfy your needs? Unconditionally? Many times we think we are the first, but in reality, we always fall into the situation of misunderstanding the latter. For example, when we love many people, subconsciously we will ask dozens of questions about the perfect love model in our mind, hoping the other person loves us unconditionally, hoping they will tolerate us forever. And hope they understand what I need without me taking the initiative to say it. In particular, when we place our own needs on the relationship for evaluation, we often have a certain expectation of the other person. This is essentially an expression of excessive and unreasonable love for the other party, because its essence is to rely on one side to start and ask the other party to pay for it. Humans can't be perfect, so these unreasonable expectations will only create a vicious circle that continuously reduces the trust of both parties in love. Expectant people will be disappointed because they don't get the response they want, there will be frustration and negative thinking. If you just blindly maintain perfect expectations with your lover from your own point of view, this will bring an invisible pressure on the other person. To have complete love, you must learn to accept the flaws of your lover. Not everything in life can be satisfied. With the standard of perfect love, you should not be self-centered, Because other people are not obligated to meet all your needs. Having a reasonable expectation for love will make it easy to feel, get the beauty of love and appreciate it more. A lifelong love is the premise to make people feel comfortable, and behind that beautiful comfort, it is impossible to ignore the constant respect and care of the two of them. It is a two-sided decision after careful thought, and it is essential to decide to go together in the first place. Sometimes we find the promises in the novel a bit far-fetched, but when the lover shows it with practical actions, it becomes the best nourishment for the relationship between two people, making us happier. Giving each other spiritual strength. Hope everyone can learn to appreciate the person who has been with them in the process of loving and being loved, and/or keeping the courage to pursue the true love of their lives.